Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alexandra here. How are you all doing? I'm having a pretty good day today. I feel like my hair is doing pretty much exactly what I want. Sun is shining. I went out today for a almost 5-mile walk with the dog, so that was really nice. I'm off today. Feeling good. I'm doing a Pan That Palette update for you guys today. I do the updates on this channel every 3 months. If you know, you know. And I am going to update you on my Physicians Formula All-Star palette. I'm just going to give you a quick view of the progress. It is super crumbly, the setting powder, so it's going to be really hard to show you. That's what it's looking like. I'll insert a comparison photo probably here. So yeah, let's just get into the numbers of this palette. Got my book here because I am old school like that and I write everything down and I film on my phone. So I can't be looking at my phone. I have to look in my book. Beginning of the year, I already had pan on the setting powder and the blush. The original goal, I think, was to finish the setting powder and to finish the blush this year. Spoiler, it is now June 30th today, a little bit later by the time you see this video. That's not gonna happen. I will finish the pressed powder. I'm kind of gonna take a little break from it for the summer because now that the heat, like it's usually plus 20, this is not a very good setting powder. If you've been following, none of these powders are exceptionally good, in my opinion. I don't think the formula is good. Even this like butter bronzer that everybody used to be like a cult classic here on YouTube, I'm not a big fan. I don't think this palette's really great, or their quality of shadows or powders are really great. I wear this palette primarily on work days. Sometimes I'll use it in my everyday life as well. But when it comes to like the setting powder especially, this is not a good formula powder on days that are plus 20. I'm just running around at work. I do like 10,000 steps plus in a shift. It's long days, 11+ hour shifts. This is not cutting it. So I've had to purchase something else because none of my powders are great. Discovered. And the powder that I've purchased is not also that great, but it's fine. This one I did get a lot of use on. Let's just get right into the numbers. I did get 59 uses since the last update, making for 102 uses total. This is probably not going to be the biggest jump the next update in numbers because I'm not going to be using it primarily every day when I'm at work. So don't be alarmed if next update there's like 10+ uses on it. There probably won't be much. Then I'm gonna just jump down here and talk about the blush, the Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. The names are ridiculously long in this palette. I got an additional 56 uses this update, making for 106 in the project. I thought that I was gonna completely use this up. There's still quite a bit of product left in it. There is quite an expansion of pan, but as much as I want to keep using it, I think I need to jump to one of the other shades and use it as a bronzer blush to get some goals met on that one. Because if I don't do that, I'm definitely not going to get pan on that other shade that I'm going to tell you when I get there of what I'm going to be using instead of this blush every day. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to use this blush at all. Maybe we'll see. At least for the next update, I'm really going to primarily focus on one of the bronzers. I bet you by the next update, there won't even be one more use on this blush. So another warning for you guys for the next update. And we have a pressed like Glow Pearls highlighter. Used it an additional 43 times for 92 in the project. I kind of thought I was gonna finish that one as well last update, I think I mentioned, but like that's not happening. Again, I need to be focusing on the other highlighter in this project. I don't think I'm gonna be using that one at all for the next update. However, it's a Pan That palette. I did hit pan on that shade in this project so far. So technically goals have been met. So if I get any more use on that shade, great. If not, it's totally cool. Then we have the Rosé All Day Petal Glow down here. This shade kind of surprised me. I had been primarily just using it as like a bronzer topper, which it was not getting very much use that way. And then a few days ago, maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I sort of said, let me try it as a highlighter. I am the darkest I'm gonna get for the year, which isn't very dark, but maybe I can wear it as a highlighter and I was under the impression it would be too dark because it's quite gold in the pan. I put it on as a highlighter. It is quite gold. I can't go ham with it like I do other highlighters, but I can make it work. I think I'm gonna switch my focus as my highlighter for work to this one for the year. See how it goes, at least for the next 3 months. Let's just like haul ass on it and like try to just see how much damage I can do on the next 3 months. We'll reevaluate at the next update. This one got 15 uses in the last 3 months, which isn't very much, and most of those were probably in the last like 2 weeks, and for a total of 23 for the year so far. So there is some disturbance happening, but like definitely no dips in that shade. Then we have the OG Butter Bronzer up here. Just not bronzing as much as I once was. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm just not bronzing, and I'm not applying as much bronzer when I am bronzing. So this one didn't get as much attention either. I used it 14 times in the last update, in the last 3 months, I should say, making for 27 total. I am gonna try to focus on it this summer a little bit more, maybe as a bronzer highlighter, not bronzer, bronzer blush type of thing, but this will just probably be like the back seat because again, I'm the darkest I'm gonna get. So I want to focus on the darker shade, which is really dark and probably too dark for me, even at my darkest. It's kind of orange. But yeah, this one will probably be like more of a focus in the fall, but I'm still going to try to dip into it. There is a bit more disturbance happening, but like no dip. And then finally, the last, it's like Matte Moni Butter Bronzer. This guy down here. This is so orange. And this was the shade in the palette that has scared the shit out of me this entire time. I hadn't used it at all up until this update. I only got 4 uses on it in the last few weeks, really the last like 2 weeks. I have it on today, but like super sparingly, and this light is probably doing it justice. It's real orange on me. Might try to play with it as a eyeshadow, maybe? I don't know. I don't really want to. It's super pigmented, super orange, not made for me. I'm gonna try to use it blush-ish bronzer thing. I don't have high hopes for it. So I got 4 uses on it in the last essentially 2 weeks. Going to try to make this my focus between all the products in the next 3 months with hopes of maybe hitting pan. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Based off of like the Glow Pearls highlighter here, I think that took me 42 uses, according to my book anyways, to hit pan on it. So in theory, all of them could be possibly 40 to 50 uses to hit pan. However, I think that's a lie for these 3 because these are so dark. Sorry, let me show you. The 2 bronzers and the gold highlighter, I don't think that I could hit pan on them in 42 uses. It's not gonna happen. Especially because like this butter bronzer has already 27 uses and it's just disturbed. There's no dip. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm plugging away at that palette. I'm getting good use on it. Usually I wear it just to work, but I do play with it and reach for it quite a bit in like my everyday life as well. So that's a good sign. We still have 6 months left in the year. That is also a good sign. I'm glad that I like discovered sort of different ways to use the remaining 3 pans in that palette. There's still hope that I might be able to reach my goals. I'm still motivated. We are doing some traveling in the next month. So I debated not bringing this palette because honestly, the blush is probably not something that I'm going to reach for. This setting powder is atrocious. It's atrocious. It will not be kind to me in the summer while traveling. But I do want to focus on the other 4 shades, or 3 shades, I should say, while we're traveling. I am nervous though too because this pressed powder is kind of crumbling. So I don't know how that's going to travel. We're going to be moving around a lot. We're going to be going to different destinations. We're taking a road trip, FYI. There's going to be a lot of in and out of the truck and multiple stops along the way, multiple hotels, all the things. So we'll see how that travels. I did debate just depotting that pressed powder entirely and crunching it up and like crumbling it and putting it in another little component. But I hate doing that with products because I just don't feel like they apply the same way. They're hard to get my brush in the little dishes. I don't know. I hope it doesn't crumble or crack or fall apart. If it does, I will just remove it and then put it in something and then maybe repress it when I get home. That's what I'm sort of thinking in my mind. So that is enough rambling about my Pan That palette. Making good progress. We are 3 out of 6 for the palette. 2 of them already had pan on them this year, so that was sort of like a little bit of a head start, but I see some really big progress with this palette and I cannot wait to see how much further I get with it by the end of the year. Have you guys panned this palette? Are you working on this palette? Do you own this palette? Do you like it? Do you think the powders are great? I'm not sure. Maybe you love it. Maybe it's just me. Let me know if you enjoy it or like it or have used it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.